could be huge.
Listen, Democrat leaders now putting some pressure on President-elect Joe Biden to immediately forgive up to $50,000 in student loans as he takes office. A move that critics claim would exacerbate the college debt crisis while providing a lopsided economic benefit to the well-off. Now, during a news conference in New York, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, he urged Biden to take a unilateral action to undo roughly $1 trillion in outstanding student loans. He says you don't need Congress at all. Just with the flick of your pen, you could do this.
And we're here today for one reason. Student debt is just a huge burden on the shoulders of millions of New York students and tens of millions of Americans. And the bottom line is that college should be a ladder up, but student debt makes it an anchor down. For far too many students and graduate students, some years out of school, student loans and federal student loans are becoming a forever burden. They stand in the way of people getting the job they want. They stand in the way of buying a home, of starting a family, of buying a car, and they hurt our economy dramatically. Our schools here move mountains to work with students on maximizing aid and scholarship and doing what they can to keep their people out of debt, but the cost is too great.
There you go. That's Chuck Schumer yesterday. Now, the move would offer economic relief to tens of millions of borrowers, the majority of whom have about $50,000 or less in student loans. Individuals making $125,000 would not qualify for forgiveness, according to Schumer's plan. Love to get your thoughts at 512-836-0590.
What about going forward? What about how does that work going forward for those that are just getting into college and can't
That's
afford
true.
to go to college?
It doesn't solve the problem. It treats the symptom.
No, and
lower cost at universities, and I don't like it because
I don't either.
I don't like it because let's see. 1/3, let's see. Why is it that 2/3 of the nation who doesn't go to college, they can't afford it, chose not to, why do they have to pay the bills for the 1/3 that had the luxury and the privilege to go?
Exactly right.
Just doesn't make sense.
No.
Those people that chose not to go to college but decided to become a plumber, a welder, an electrician, why should those blue-collar workers foot the bill for dumbass kids that go to colleges that they have no degree that they're going to make a living on?
Right.
Why?
And no one held a gun to anybody's head and said, you must take out a college loan and go into debt.
I would rather hear Chuck Schumer and Republicans beat up the universities for charging so much, pumping additional hours into degree plans that have nothing to do with their education so they could just get more money. If you're going to college to become a doctor, why do you need to take a basket weaving class? If you're going to college to learn how to, be an accountant, why do you have to take those kind of classes that mean nothing to your potential career?
Right.
You may want to take them to broaden your horizons and fulfill your mind, but some people just want the courses that are going to get them a job, and they don't want to take all that other trash.
Exactly right.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
And just costs money.
And in a way, obviously, a huge waste of money. Yeah, I don't like anything about this whatsoever. Yes, no doubt, it would be a massive relief to somebody who has $50,000 in college debt to have that completely erased. It would be a jump start for a lot of people. But the fact is, it ain't fair.
Yeah, this proposal far exceeds the plan that Biden has endorsed just last month to provide up to $10,000 in loan forgiveness for economically distressed borrowers. That plan included in the House Democrats' $3 trillion coronavirus relief package, the HEROES Act. Now, on the campaign trail, Biden proposed $10,000 in student debt relief for every year of national or community service. He also favored means to forgive loans after 20 years of responsible payments. There you go.
It sends a horrible message, too, as far as, you made this decision, put yourself in debt, but don't worry about it. You will have no circumstances that you're going to have no results from that whatsoever. Don't worry about it.
Noel in South Austin, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
So along the same lines, you guys are always hitting the nail on the head. It's debt. Nobody made you take on this debt.
No.
I have worked full-time and gone to school when I could. I worked full-time while I got my medic. Then I worked full-time while I got my nursing degree. I don't have any student debt.
Yeah, you did it the right
what about
way.
Credit card debt?
Yeah, absolutely.
What about credit card debt or mortgages?
Yeah.
How about give me $50,000 off of my mortgage?
Yeah, the pain that debt creates is across the board, no matter where it comes from.
The Todd and Don Show.